Y'all come on in, man. We're gonna talk about this today. See, we had part one of the rabbit hole. Then we had part two of the rabbit hole. Now we're going into part three. And each part represents how deep we're going into the rabbit hole. Right now, we're at 3 feet into the rabbit hole. Now, how many feet it is and how deep it is in the rabbit hole, don't nobody know, because this shit go deeper than what you may ever think. So y'all come on in live, man. We got a lot to talk about today. And some of this stuff gonna be some things that people may find a little offensive, because things that we have a tendency to have been programmed to believe in, we start to defend these things because we feel offended by the truth, because we have been brainwashed with the bullshit for so long. So if I go against the grain and tell you the truth about what you've been taught, it's almost like you think it's coming across as saying that, almost being disrespectful to whoever taught you. Put it like that, right? But y'all come in and check it out, man. We're gonna talk about first. We're gonna get on his about Trump, about what he done and what he's doing, and then after that, we're gonna go with the real suspense, the real getting down to the nitty gritty of exactly how this is working, and this is gonna enlighten a lot of people. This really gonna have a lot of people. This is gonna have a lot of people really questioning a lot of things, should I say. So we're gonna wait till y'all come on in, man. We gonna get to it. We gotta get to it today. I was gonna hold this out, but sometimes when you got a lot of knowledge, sometimes your knowledge can be your gift or your curse. You know what I'm saying? And when you got a lot of knowledge in your mind, you have to get that out, or you will lose your mind. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. But I want y'all to come on in, man, and check it out, man. Let me check this out right fast. Give me 1 sec. Hopefully y'all can hear me, man. Hey, whoever tapped on, can you hear me? Can you hear me good? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, man. Chime in. What's going on, Jamara? Appreciate it, boss. Just had to make sure that audio was good. I didn't know if I was streaming out good or not. But we in for a good one today, Jamara. We in for a good one, boss. They miss out on this one here, baby. They gonna go back on this one. This gonna answer. This gonna get some enlightenment right here, man. I appreciate you for supporting Jamara. You heard me? Appreciate that, boss. I couldn't do this without my subscribers, man. And without you, man, you make this happen. So I just want to say I appreciate you. But we gonna get to this, man. Now, first off, let's do it like this. We gonna go with what's really going on with Trump, right? That's what we doing. We really gonna say what's going on with Trump. Guys, excuse that noise, man. This is what Trump is saying. Trump is saying that he expect for the and go ahead and share the live, Jamars, if you don't mind, boss. He expect the economy to be back up rolling by Easter, right? There's a lot of things that come over that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you how Trump, Easter, and the agenda ties in together. I need y'all to work with me. I need y'all to listen, and I need you to open your minds for enlightenment. Y'all check me out. Also, before we get to that, we're gonna talk about, and this really off topic a little bit, how Cardi B is kind of running her mouth a little bit. And she gonna get herself in a whole heap of trouble by running her mouth. And she believed that, she really believed that because she has this money, that she's in a different realm than others. Put it like that. You feel me? See, she going against the grain on a lot of things when she say, man, I think these paid actors that's saying that they paying them to say that they pretty much got the virus. You feel me? Okay, that's one no. Number two, she's saying that she's offended by the Asians, about other people that's going against the Asians because they making them feel bad because they believe they brought the virus or whichever. Come on, man. That's what's wrong with us black people. We always worried about, and I understand Cardi B ain't 100% black. She Hispanic. I understand that. But you still got black in you. We always worried about everyone else except ourselves. We always want to jump up and defend everybody else except our own race. You feel me? Now, this is what I don't like. You black, you still going through it. There's a lot of black people and black families still ain't got, they just do. So if any other nationality is going through something, it can never be as much as African Americans or blacks has went through. You feel me? Now she already escaped by the chip of her teeth. She already escaped about this drugging men and robbing them and shit. They let her pass for that. But see, that's gonna go in the bucket. They're gonna put that, that's their trump card. See, if you keep getting out of hand, that shit, just watch. And you gonna remember you seen this live, and you come back to this live and you gonna understand what I'm saying. How when they wanna really take her down, there's gonna be something that comes up with that drugging men shit back up again, and watch how that shit go. And I'm done with that. Now, number two, they passed the bill, right? The stimulus package or whatever it may be. You feel me? Now, with passing this package, you have to understand what's entailed in it. You think when these people gonna give you this $1,000, this $500, and this $3,000 for people that's in your family or whichever, when they give you that, you know it's some type of way they gonna get that money back from you. That money coming back. You feel me? Somebody has to replenish that. We're already in a $1 trillion deficit, and you put another $1 trillion back out. So now you're $2 trillion plus more. You have to replenish that back in the economy. Who you think they're going to get that money from? Where you think it's going to come from? It's going to come from you, the taxpayer. They got to get that money back, man. And now how they get it back, I don't know how it may come back, but you will pay it back. Plus, this is a good way. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to do this, but think about it. It's the best way to do it. Okay, everybody talking about how they dropped it and really didn't go with the plan of saying, let's push everybody to these camps, let's do this, let's do that type of shit. Once you have that now, the next step is really going to, okay, since we can't implement this chip in them to make it, like I said, it's going to be a cashless society. Everything going to digital currency, right? So once this going to this digital currency, we have to have something on the platform that can complement that. So if I want to give you this money, you already submitted to the digital currency. When you got these cell phones, when they say put your retina scan, put your fingerprint, and you have these digital wallets where you don't need your wallet because your card is on your phone. That's the same thing. So they implement it on you without you even really thinking about it. They're just not doing it to say force it on you. They're asking your permission and you're submitting to it. Right? Now, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. I'm going to give y'all some game today. And I need y'all to pay attention to this. We're going to see how Trump said he wants to actually start the economy back during Easter. Right? This is a news flash. And this might hurt a lot of feelings and this might touch a lot of people. But once again, everything I say can be validated and you can research it and you'll get the truth. Stop going on what people telling you and programming you to believe in. Easter, Passover, that has nothing to do with the resurrection. A rabbit and Easter eggs and tying all that has nothing to do with the resurrection of what the Bible say of Christ. Now, I'm going to show you how him wanting to start the economy back on Easter and what it involves. In Washington, D.C., which a lot of people may know or may not know, is a lot of pedophilia with these kids, with these, is a lot. We all know this in Hollywood. We all heard it. Now, I'm going to show you how it ties in with religion and the agenda and how this whole thing is one big ball. But I need you to follow me. Easter in English is definition of rising light goddess, right? Easter and the goddess is the goddess of fertility. The rabbit is the symbol of fertility. You see what I'm saying? Get that. The word Easter represents the goddess of fertility, and the rabbit represents the symbol of fertility, right? Follow me. Easter, word that's really transcribed into Ishtar. You feel me? Ishtar was the wife of Baal. The wife of Satan is Zabab. But they conflicted the words and flip-flopped it. You see what I'm saying? Follow me. Baal is really Nimrod, right? Follow me. Ishtar was the wife of Baal. Baal is Nimrod, which is the wife of Ishtar, which is Sabah, right? If you look into the Egyptian time, and it's gonna make sense to you, the Egyptian goddess is Isis. Sound familiar? But the Babylonian goddess is Ishtar. Then you have Astrid, which is the goddess of sex. Follow me. I'm telling you how you got to follow me. I'm tying this in with Trump and how he wants to do this at Easter time. And with kids pedophilia and how you've been programmed to celebrate this actual holiday, but you're actually honoring an Eastern pagan god, right? Now, everybody knows that a rabbit don't lay eggs. So that's a dead giveaway right there of it's something more than what is meets the eye. A rabbit don't lay eggs, right? Plus, like I told you, the rabbit is the symbol of fertility, right? What is the logo of Playboy? What does Playboy represent? You see where I'm going with this? You see how this tying in? Now, let me give you this story, and I want y'all to pay attention. And this is why Trump wants to do this during Easter. Quick story. Nimrod was the king of Babylon. And in this time, Nimrod had committed adultery. So really going through, or well, no, I ain't gonna say adultery, idolatry. I apologize. Idolatry when you idolize, y'all get it. So for his rebellion against the Tower of Babylon by Noah's son, Shem. Noah's son name was Shem. His body was cut into pieces and sent around the surrounding communities as a warning against idolatry. Follow me. Nimrod's wife, and I think it's Samaris, I think. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But Nimrod's wife, Samaris, claimed that he didn't actually not die, but he ascended into the heavens and became the sun god. Follow me. So if he became the sun god, her, of course, being the wife of the sun god, had to make herself the goddess. Now, Samaris taught in her religion that the moon was a goddess. She said that she went through a 28-day cycle and ovulated when it was a full moon, right? She ovulated when it was a full moon. She then claimed she came down from the moon in a giant egg. Get this keywords. She came down from the moon in a giant egg, right? The egg fell into the Euphrates River. Hatch opened, then out came a bare-breasted Ishtar, which is Easter. Now you see it? The egg, Ishtar, which is Easter, Easter egg. She claimed this happened the first full moon after the spring equinox, which had nothing to do with the resurrection. So they tied in the pagan god with the resurrection of Christ to make you believe in it and still worship it. Follow me. Ishtar claimed she had become pregnant by the rays of the sun. Remember, she said that Nimrod actually rose to the heavens. He didn't die, he rose to the heavens and became the sun god, right? Now she said she became impregnated by the sun rays, right? Then she gave birth to a son named Tammuz, right? Remember this, Tammuz. Now, Tammuz, Tammuz was a child that liked rabbits. You feel what I'm saying? She called him her little bunny rabbit. But when Tammuz was killed by a wild boar, each year prior to his death, right, on her son Tammuz death, she called this day weeping for Tammuz, right? Follow me. Each day, a year later, when Tammuz was killed by the wild boar, she called this weeping for Tammuz. Now, watch this here. During this time frame, no meat can be eaten for 40 days. Sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? No meat can be eaten for 40 days. Sound like Lent? Sound like, okay, follow me now. You have to follow me. Now, you have to understand, every year, the first Sunday after the first full moon, after the spring equinox, a sunrise sacrifice was made to Ishtar, Easter, right? A sunrise, listen to me, a sunrise sacrifice was issued to Ishtar, which is Easter, in which the priests of Ishtar impregnated virgins. They allowed the virgins to actually get impregnated and have the baby, which was a year later, making the baby maybe 3 months old, right? At this time, they would take those infants and they would sacrifice them on the altar of Ishtar, which is Easter, right? Then they would take Ishtar's eggs and dye them in the blood of the sacrificed infants, which where you got the Easter egg dyeing coming from. Not dyeing as in death, dyeing as in dyeing in different colors. You have the egg representing the fertility, then you have the dyeing of it, which represents the sacrificed blood of the infants. You see what I'm saying? You see how this tie in? Now, I'm gonna blow your head with something. Go to, you listen at everything I just gave you. And so I show you how this goes into the satanic shit. It goes into the pedophilia. It goes into a lot of these things. And I try to tell y'all, a lot of the time, paganism is incorporated in this Bible. You don't have the true Bible. They gave you what they want you to follow. The real Bible with everything in it is locked up in the Vatican under heavy lock and key. That's why these people do such type things, because they know the truth. Now you can go to the King James Bible, you can go to the International Bible, you can even go to, I'm gonna show you another Bible where I wrote it down. What is this other Bible called? The United States Conference of Catholic Bishops. That Bible, or that version. Google it. And I want you to go to Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 14. Now, remember what I said. This has nothing to do with Christ and the resurrection. It has nothing to do with Lent. It has nothing to do with this. This goes from the pagan gods that they're telling you to serve, that they done trick you into serving. You see what I'm saying? Nobody can eat meat during that time, which was that they incorporate that with Lent. But they have to put God in it to put the resurrection for you to follow it. This time was called Weeping for Tammuz. Now I want you to go read exactly Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 14, and tell me what it says. Further verifying what I'm telling you is accurate. You believe in the Bible, huh? So when you read this, don't just exclude it and say, man, that's crazy. You can't just take things out of the Bible you want to believe in and not believe in. If you believe in it, you believe in it. I'm giving you truth. This had nothing to do with anything of a resurrection. This has to go with the satanic practices of these nasty ass pedophiles with these kids, and they represent that. But they done got us and programmed us to follow this shit and worship it, and we not even knowing we doing. We just going in there getting Easter baskets and buying it and let the kids have fun and let do this because we ignorant to the fact. It's not our fault because nobody never told us that. But you got to be smart to find out the truth. I want y'all to check it out though. It's bigger than what y'all think it is. That's why Easter was the time. And still on the satanic calendar is a lot that between the 21st and I think the 28th or whichever. That is the sacrificial time. You know these people that satanic shit, these cults and shit. Check it out. Research it. Y'all don't want to believe me? Research. I just gave you all the evidence. I just gave you the evidence. I want you to check it out. Ain't had shit to do with resurrection or Christ. Easter has nothing to do with that. You just got bamboozled into worshiping a god of fertility and sex and threesomes and all that shit. That's why Babylon was burned down, because it was man on man sex. See how they cross you up? That's in the Bible. When God told them, don't turn around, if you look at the city that I'm burning down because of all the fornication, you're turning to stone. That's why he burned it down. But see, they giving you truth with paganism, and they're going to give you the real truth and take it out of it. But to get you to represent it and worship it, attach God and Jesus' name to it, because guess what? They done got you to follow certain criteria of what you may think Jesus is about on God. I'm telling you, man, y'all better open your eyes up, man. Open your eyes up. I just gave you a whole rundown on Easter and why they doing this and how this ties in with deviating you from the real truth about Christ and their religion and Christians, about how they got this shit going into the world with your government and politicians, and how you actually worshiping these fake gods. Well, not fake gods, but you idolizing and you worshiping these gods that you not even know you're doing. Now, this just number 3. I got I got information and I got knowledge on all of these holidays, but that's for something else. Now watch how this coronavirus disappear. Now, y'all shouldn't be happy. Y'all shouldn't be surprised when somebody say, oh, I have the coronavirus. That should be old now. Eventually, either you got it or you gonna get it. Period. You just seen Russia had an earthquake and they talking about a tsunami going on in Hawaii. There's a lot of things going on in the world. Pay attention. There's a lot of things going on in the world. But I want y'all to check it out. And if I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong in the comments. But I can guarantee you I'm not wrong. Paganism and some of the good shit that's in the Bible, it goes both ways. You have to watch what you believing in. Watch what you serving. Watch what you worshiping. Don't allow these people to program you to worship shit that you don't even know you're doing because you've been programmed. Now y'all take that, man, and like this, share it, and subscribe, man. Part 4 coming soon. Y'all definitely don't want to miss part 4 because there's some more enlightenment, some more knowledge of what's going on out here. It's bigger than what you just waiting on the news to tell you. You just waiting on what somebody to tell you what to do and where to go and who to serve and what to do. Y'all gotta do better, man. That sheep shit done got old. That's how. Nah, I ain't gonna even get into it. But y'all stay blessed, man. I gotta get to work.